Many thanks indeed for calling through on this Wednesday night, looking ahead to racing on Thursday. This is Peter with you, and thanks very much as always for coming through. Great pleasure to have you with me, and it's lovely to be with you. Got a bit of a dolly mixtures, a mixed bag lined up for you on Thursday. A 25 to 1 shot running at Thurles, along with a 6 to 1 chance, and I'll give you both of them for free, obviously, in just a moment or two, along with two horses at Wolverhampton, both running in handicaps on Thursday night, 12 to 1 and 14 to 1. I'll be passing them on to you in a minute as well, along with a complimentary bet, which is normally due to my members of my Noah's Ark Club. You may remember about 4 weeks ago, well, a few Saturdays ago, I think it was 3 Saturdays ago, the Air Silver Cup, where I predicted the first and second in the correct order, Dusky Gold and Woven. Well, that was a Noah's Ark bet where I fancied two in the same race at big prices, and they got the dual forecast, got the straight forecast, and paid 150 to 1. Well, I'm going to give you one of them tomorrow. Runs at Carlisle, two horses, 8 to 1 and 10 to 1, and I expect one of them to win. If either one wins, you're going to show a massive profit, round about 4 to 1, 9 to 2 to your money coupled, and I'll be surprised if one of them doesn't certainly consider themselves at the business end of things, if not both of them. Very unexposed types, and I like them both. So that's a Noah's Ark complimentary bet for you coming up in just one moment as well. So quite a nice dolly mixture packet of bets for Thursday. 8 to 1, 10 to 1, 12 to 1, 14 to 1, 25 to 1 and 6 to 1. On my private club today, that's my big private members club, that's the annual club, my petersracingtips.com club, there was a 20 to 1 winner that I couldn't divulge on air, but it was on my private club, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in that club who have been in there for, nearly over a year now, just about a year. It comes to an end at the end of this year, that club. But there are no places available at the moment, but they had another big 20 to 1 winner there. That was called Stanhope, and it ran at Thurles, and it won at 20 to 1. If you want to go and check my website out, you're more than welcome, petersracingtips.com. And as I say, there are no places available at the moment, but come December, I'm revamping things, putting things in a different bracket, changing all round. I think it's going to be very exciting, unlike anything else in the business. And if you want to put your name down for the information pack for that, no problem whatsoever. That's Peter Racing Tips, petersracingtips.com. The information is below anyway. So 20 to 1 winner for members there. 5 to 1 each way second today with John Riggins. Frustrating that. 6 out of the last 7, I think it's 6 out of the last 7 bets I've given, placed or collected each way, and massive each way. We just can't fire the winner in, but if you're backing him each way, no harm done there. But unlucky with John Riggins, come fast and late, swooping on the outside, but just couldn't make it. However, there are 6 bets tomorrow that I expect to do the business, and then we're coming to Friday where there's some serious punts going on. I've already got 2 lined up for Dundalk. Both will be big prices, double digits with no form to the name. Anyway, lot to talk about today first before tomorrow, and let's get on with it and let's get straight into gear. So well done if you're a member of my private club, my Peter's Racing Tips. I couldn't put it on this line, but I did give it my members. John Riggins, I did put on this line, finished each way second, one of them things. We've got a horse running tonight. There was also a non-runner tonight as well. Dr. Mozart doesn't run, but we've got another runner tonight, so let's hope that one can win. As I think it's 6 out of the last 7 horses I've given you have placed at big prices ranging from 5 to 1 to 12 to 1. So do a little bit of luck, although each way you're doing all right that way. But I like to get some big winners on the board in the next 48 hours, that's for sure. And let's start straight away at Wolverhampton, shall we? And we're going to go there for the cards on Thursday night. And then I'll go back to Thurles, and then I'll give you this free Noah's Ark bet. Okay, so let's slow things down just a tad, because it's quite a helter-skelter start. And let's go to the Wolverhampton 7:15 race, 7:45 race, I beg your pardon, 7:45. Can't read my own writing. It's 7:45 race, and the horse I like there is number 9 on your card, and I think it's got a good chance each way again. Big price. It's called Kit Bag, trained by Mick Shannon and ridden by Franny Norton. Kit Bag, number 9 on your card. I thought it ran really well when 4th last time up at Pontefract. Didn't have a good draw that day, but ran all right. It's been dropped £2 since that run, and I think it's sure to run a very, very decent race on the Wolverhampton surface where it does act. It does act on the all-weather, so no problems at all there. So number 9, Kit Bag, short and sweet, it's off a mark of 71, dropped into a 0 to 75. It's got a really good chance that. Franny Norton, very strong jockey, good lad Franny, and it runs in a 0 to 75 and raced in a 0 to 85 last time. So it's dropping down in the weights. And it's dropping down, dropped £2 in the weights, and it's dropping 10 spots in grade. So Shannon's found it a good slot. It's a good price as well, 14 to 1. And I'm going for that one each way, number 9, Kit Bag in the 7:45 at Wolverhampton. Let's move back in time for the 4:35 for this second of this all-weather connection bet. At Newcastle last week, we had a nice all-weather touch, didn't we, on the Friday? We had Tag Eel, which won 7 to 1 into 100 to 30, and a horse called Come On John, which placed at 16 to 1. So that would be nice if we could duplicate that. A nice big 7 or 8 to 1 winner and a placed horse as well. And these two could well do that. The 4:35 then at Wolverhampton, number 6, it's called Millbank. Millbank. It's trained by Carl Burke, ridden by Clifford Lee, runs off a mark of 73. Same mark as last time. I think this horse has been a little bit disappointing on paper, but Carl's been very patient with it. It's only had 3 runs this year, and I think it's coming to hand, and the message I'm getting, it's proverbially well handicapped off a mark of 73, and it's 12 to 1, and I think that's a cracking price each way. It's a very ordinary 0 to 75 race. It won't take too much winning. Carl Burke, obviously a brilliant trainer, banging form his runners, and I think Millbank is definitely one to be on there each way, number 6, and that's the second leg of a nice all-weather double at Dunstall Park, Wolverhampton. Kit Bag, the first one for the Shannon Franny Norton combination, and Millbank earlier on in the 4:35 for Clifford Lee, regular pilot for Carl Burke. Rode this horse the last 3 times it's ran, and I like the look of those two each way. Good prices, 12 to 1 and 14 to 1. So these are horses you could back individually, but also put them in each way doubles and trebles. Indeed, the first 5 horses I gave you yesterday, first 5 I gave out, all placed, and they paid around about 125 to 150 to 1 for a place accumulator, and that was a very, very handsome result for a lot of clients. I know a lot of people wrote in, so that was very sweet indeed, and I'm looking for more of the same on Thursday, I tell you. Right, so let's go to Thurles, shall we? Just before I go to Thurles, let me give you this Swan Vista. I call it Swan Vista or Noah's Ark bet. 3:55 at Carlisle. There's 2 horses I like in this race, and I'm going to have a bit on each of them each way, because I think one of them could pop up for sure, and I'll be surprised if they don't both run absolute blind in races. It's number 7 and number 8. Let's keep things simple. Number 7 and number 8. They're running the 3:55 at Carlisle. One's called Baron Briggs, and the other one's number 8. It's called Fenland Tiger. Fenland Tiger and Baron Briggs. Both horses, let me just mark your card here, both horses haven't ran for considerable time. Baron Briggs hasn't been seen since April, and Fenland Tiger, even longer, hasn't been sighted since January. But I'm told both have come on a bundle during the period they've been off the track, and both are ready. And so there we go, I'm ready as well. 8 to 1 and 10 to 1 to your money each way. I'm having a bit on each. Either one wins, you'll show a big profit. And very, very nice. They could both come in. One could win, one could place, vice versa. You know, it's number 7, Baron Briggs, trained by Sandy Thompson, ridden by Connor O'Farrell. And number 8, Fenland Tiger, trained by Sam England and ridden by Jonathan England. Very, very shrewd couple, those two. So those 2 are the horses I like very much. They're running the 3:55 at Carlisle. And that will do me. There we are for that Cumbrian track there. Which leaves over in Ireland. Let's go to Ireland, where we're back so many winners and there's so much fun. The very, very strong bet I've got here, there is 2. One's about a 6 to 1 chance, which I'm going to give you first, and the other one's a 25 to 1 chance, stepping up in trip. But let me give you this 6 to 1 chance first, which I'm very, very sweet on indeed. It's number 7, trained by Shane Crawley. It's number 7. It's called Brehon Star. Ran well at Gowran last time up, went 5th of 18. I like this horse a lot. I really, really do. It's stepping back in trip from 2.5 miles where it ran last time up at Gowran to 2 miles, or just under almost 2 miles in this race. And I think that's going to be a massive advantage to this horse. And I think this 4-year-old gelding's got an outstanding chance. It's running against older horses. extremely well handicapped. Number 7, Brehon Star, and as I say, it's coming back in trip. It should be absolutely pitch perfect off a mark of 87, and I'm all over it. I really am. The bookies are going to pay out first 4, first 5 on it, and I can't see it being out the frame in a lowly 80 to 95 handicap. But I can see it winning, make no mistake about that. It's called Brehon Star, and it's got an outstanding chance, it really has. And I'll be very surprised if it's not thereabouts. It's got a claimer on board, claiming £5 to boot, which helps its chances even more, I believe. And as I say, Brehon Star, very much a banker bet material. The claimers rode 13 winners this year as well, and it has to be very, very close to winning Brehon Star, number 7. In the just get it right again for you, in the 345 at Thurles, isn't it? Yeah, 345 at Thurles. I'm just looking ahead at my paper to make sure I've got the next bet right for you, which is the 455 at Thurles, and it's the final bet of the day, excuse me, and it runs in the 455 at Thurles. Now, currently, I'm just keep looking down to my left to see what the odds checker's going on these races, and this one is 25 to 1. But it's not really a 25 to 1 poke, I can tell you that. It's got more of a chance than that. Unexposed over a trip. It's getting right up in trip to 2 miles 7 furlongs. Never run over that far before. But the breeding suggests it will improve for this step up. And I've got a feeling it's going to do just that. She's a lovely mare. She's racing off a mark of 94. She's number 5. She's called In a Nice Way. In a Nice Way, written by Danny Mullins for Stephen Ryan in the 455 at Thirsk. You'll probably, never heard of this one before, but it's not got any form to its name whatsoever. But number 5, In a Nice Way, could be very unexposed over this sort of trip. As I say, it is bred to get this sort of distance and raced over a far too short last time up, over 2 miles. It's not had too much racing, not been overfaced. It's got a good mark, just 94. It's not the strongest race of all time, an 80 to 102. And In a Nice Way is my idea of a very, very, very live dark horse. Paying out first 5 on that one, 455 at Thirst. It's number 5. It's called In a Nice Way. Let me just repeat those to you again. Number 5, In a Nice Way, in the 455 at Thirst. Brehon Star, I love that horse, stepping back in trip in the 345 at Thirst. Kit Bag for Mick Shannon and Franny Norton, 745 at Wolverhampton, dropping down in grade, down in a handicap. Millbank in the 435 at Wolverhampton for Clifford Lee and the one and only Carl Burke. Ready, that horse is a lot better than it looks on paper. Burke's been very careful and very patient with it, and it's got a great chance. The Noah's Ark bet, number 7 and number 8. Each way, both of them in the 355 at Carlisle, 8 to 1 and 10 to 1. Either one of those two decent price horses collect, you'll show a profit, and if they both frame, you'll show a profit. So there we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being with you, of course, as always. Good luck with your horses tonight. Plenty of runs still to go. One more to go for me tonight. I wish you luck with that one. I'm ready to win some more. I think it's 6 out of the last 7 or 6 out of the last 8 horses I've given you have all framed from 5 to 1 to 12 to 1. Let's see if we can bang them in tomorrow and get into that winners enclosure once again before Friday. And you know what happens Friday? We bang the bookies big time. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock.